am I the asshole for helping a friend in a bad situation on my wife's birthday?
Ooh.
It depends. How close is this friend?
And how bad is the situation?
Right.
Like, could it wait a day?
That's fair.
Or is it an emergency?
I was going to say, is it an emergency?
Yeah.
It's life and limb involved? Or?
Yeah.
So this could go... thing is Sean Kingston out here. So what do you guys think? Do you think asshole? Not asshole?
I'll go asshole.
You go asshole?
Yeah.
I think you're obligated
like
to go not the asshole, John.
Oh, fine. Okay. Not the asshole. What kind of person wouldn't help out a friend in need?
Yeah, true.
I mean,
watch this person is terrible. Watch this person is fucking terrible. Watch. Sienna got it right.
Well, to be fair, I forced you.
Right, so,
yeah. To be fair, I forced you.
It doesn't count, so I have no pressure.
Yeah.
So
okay,
who cares?
Fine. Not the asshole.
All right. Let's hop into it and see who is correct. So I, 28 male, have a friend called Sarah, 28 female, whom I've known since childhood and has been there for me my whole life. I owe her my life and she's always been my go-to when I have problems. I want to make this clear. Romantic feelings have never been involved and we have a brother/sister relationship. My wife, 29 female, has never liked Sarah since I had her as a best woman at my wedding and she calls her a pick-me. She went as far as to suggest I cut her out of my life when she became pregnant with her first child, but we worked through it in couples therapy. Since Sarah has always been there for me, I've stepped up for her by taking her to appointments, building the nursery, and even promising to be there with her when she gives birth.
Wait, Sarah's the pregnant one.
Sarah's the pregnant friend. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
She grew up in a foster care with no family. My wife has become extremely hostile towards Sarah, which has caused fights. To make up for not being there as much as I should, I planned a special birthday for my wife. A whole day and night being treated like a celebrity with a fancy hotel, dinner, in an expensive restaurant, shopping trip, and a spa. Unfortunately, Sarah went into labor 6 weeks early and rang me in a bad state, begging me to come to the hospital because she was scared. I told my wife everything and she started freaking out, saying it was her day and Sarah wasn't going to ruin it. I told her to stop being childish and that we can celebrate another time, or that she could ask a friend to go. Then she told me not to come home without a paternity test, which hurt me because I'd never do that to her.
Damn.
But she wasn't listening. She just left without saying another word. I'm currently with Sarah in the delivery ward. I've been getting so many angry calls and texts from both our families and friends. Unfortunately, I tried getting in touch with my wife, but I'm blocked on everything. I feel like helping a vulnerable person in a situation like this trumps a birthday, but I still feel guilty. So am I the asshole?
All right. So from this situation, this scenario that we were laid out, it doesn't sound like they are. But what makes me nervous is that you mentioned that a lot of the stories have updates in them. And I feel like a whole 180 is about to pop up.
Don't overthink it. Just what do you think now based on the story? What is your thought process?
Now it doesn't sound like an asshole-ish behavior for me.
Okay.
But I am nervous because for your wife to actively be angry with this person and you guys took steps for like couples therapy and all that, there seems to be some details missing from this story that makes me think that you might not be too entirely innocent for this matter. Otherwise, she would not have those type of emotions, like feel strongly about something if, she's not feeling some type of way. So that's just my guess.
That's fair enough. What are you thinking?
I am on the very same page with John because in this situation, no, you're not the asshole. Like from what's been said, you're not the asshole. And I think it's entirely possible for women to just be very jealous and not be able to work past those feelings of someone having a girl best friend. I have lots of guy friends. Yeah. You have a very close girlfriend too. I feel like in adult relationships, you can have that. Yeah. And I would be very upset if you told me, hey, you're not. But the problem is like, we're very clear with those relationships.
Yeah,
with those
and the boundaries.
So we would never feel that type of way.
Yeah.
So I agree with John. It's like for them to have to go on to therapy about it, for the wife to continue to feel these things, I almost feel like we're missing something because a woman's intuition is a woman's intuition. And it sounds like, and maybe, I don't know, I'm assuming right now, so no one coming at me, but like the wife, maybe this has happened before on multiple things where they were supposed to be doing things together. And this is just kind of the catalyst where it's like happening on another important day. a pregnancy is like labor is labor. Like that's a once, maybe in a lifetime thing for someone. So like absolutely not the asshole, because it sounds like she doesn't have a lot of other family or people there for her.
Right.
Yeah.
But I also understand the wife's frustrations in that sense too, when you feel like you should be number one in this person's life and you're almost feeling like you're like pushed aside. But
You're
then like that sounded more like an emergency. So but I have to believe that if the husband was doting on his wife and there for her mostly, that this wouldn't have been a big deal. So it's just wondering why it was the big deal for her, for her to be so mad about it. But all in all, like if this was the situation, if everything he's saying is true, they're platonic, he's there for his wife, he puts his wife first and throughout this whole thing and just is friends with this girl, then yes, he is not the asshole.
Okay.
But I think there might be some things going on.
Yeah, because asking for a paternity test.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
You keep conveying that it's a strictly platonic thing. And for the wife to have that extreme reaction to say, hey, I want a fucking paternity test.
Yeah.
There's gotta be something.
Yeah, it seems out of the blue within this context of the story.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because if you did just say that, then it's like, you don't trust your husband. You guys maybe should like go to therapy again, because like, where's that coming from? Like you shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
you shouldn't make someone feel that way, to like ask your husband for that. And like, that is something you just shouldn't do unless you truly, truly believe it. And there are other signs there.
Well, and going off of like say my female friend was pregnant. We have a relationship where if she needed help, we would both help her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, because your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends.
Yeah.
And so like, that's what most relationships are. And so it's weird that there is a divide and that it feels like,
good point.
You know, your wife's not friends with this person. So there should be a reason. And I'm here to tell you there is a reason. There is an
God
update.
damn it. See, I knew it. It's going to go 180.
So this may be a first, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this may be a first within this podcast where the update is actually coming from OP's wife. So she comes with...
we get to hear the other side of things.
And she comes with receipts.
See, this is always good because whenever you guys do your stories and I disagree with one, because I'm like, well, what if this was the situation? Like, I feel like this is, and then Josh is like, we just have to go off of what we have.
Of the one side of the story.
Side. I was like, true, I guess, but there's always another side.
There is always another side. Yeah. And this story is no different.
Woohoo.
So let's jump into this one and shout out, sorry, I just got to shout Phoebe the fan again for cross-posting it all. They had screenshots and everything. So awesome work. So in the comments of this post, OP's wife responds and says, "Hi, Warren. This is your wife, Ella."
Dropping names. Warren.
It gets better. I know I love listening to Am I the Asshole stories on YouTube while driving to work. So maybe this was your new way of trying to gaslight me. First off, Sarah.
Oh, shit.
Just doxing out here. Doesn't have anyone, especially a husband, because she cheated on him and doesn't know who the dad is, which even your own parents thinks is you.
Gasp.
Triple
Maybe
gasp.
that reaction was warranted.
Work Melissa in there somehow.
I can't. That's hard. That's a hard.
That's a hard name. Yeah, that's fair. Love how you left out the fact that you claim to not blow me off, but whenever you and I are together, she has issues that only you can fix. Like when I gave birth 7 weeks ago, she ended up in hospital.
Did you just give birth?
Yeah. She ended up in hospital and wanted you to go to her, which you almost did if your mother hadn't ripped you a new one.
Warren.
So his wife's been pregnant this whole time. He's been helping out this other woman who's pregnant. Sarah has no friends because she's rude as fuck to all the women in your life for no reason, and slept with or flirted with multiple male members of your group in a relationship or not. As for me hating her after the wedding, she told me at the engagement party I was a shallow airhead who didn't deserve you and insulted me in her best woman speech. And yes, I wanted you to cut her off when I found out I was pregnant, because it came out around that time. I found out your guy group passes her around like a cigarette. I realized tonight I was an asshole to no one but myself, our whole marriage, and I deserve to be treated better. I'm currently out at a nice restaurant with your mom and sister while your dad boxes up stuff to take to Sarah's. I want a divorce and Sarah to be finally out of our life. So that was a quick update. And then she comes back and gives a final update.
Let's go.
It's a sad update. So,
Oh, damn.
trigger warning for loss of a child.
No.
Oh, no.
So the baby didn't make it, which is unfortunate.
Wait, whose? Not that it matters.
Sarah's.
I believe probably Sarah's.
Okay.
By the sounds of it. So the baby didn't make it, which is unfortunate. Warren and Simon is Melissa's ex, who is also Sarah. It's very confusing. She uses both their names interchangeably. But Warren and Simon got into a fight in the hospital. Turns out he was cheating on me. A few of Warren's friends reached out to tell me they slept together multiple times during the pregnancy. Warren is still with Melissa at the hospital and is still trying to beg / explain, but he can't gaslight his way out of this. I've been talking to lawyers. I've got a good case and I'm going to go for everything. And I bet my ass Warren will end up with moving in with Melissa, then trying to blame me as a bitter, jealous ex. I guess she got picked in the end.
Wow. I mean, the infant loss.
Damn.
Is really
That is
unfortunate.
terrible.
It is
Terrible.
unfortunate, yeah.
But aside from that,
John, you and me, we are good. We knew exactly what was going on.
Make a good team.
Yeah.
We've
Oh,
had
yeah.
a feeling.
Yeah, I mean, obviously awful. Like they're clearly, we picked up on it right away.
Yeah.
Like, there are reasons why so many people in her life, like, were not part of it, like cut her out. And like, it's very clear that she is not a girl's girl.
no, very much a pick me.
Yeah. And just like, you can't treat people like that.
No.
Like you can't. And the wife, good for you. It takes a lot of guts to get out of a marriage, especially if you have a newborn.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that you had the strength and the support to be able to do that, to divorce. And I hope you do get everything, because the audacity to like go online also and whatever.
Yeah, and try and get validation.
Get pinpoints.
It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
ridiculous. And I mean, that's just, I wish maybe Warren's friends would have told the wife earlier what was going on. You would
Maybe they found out later.
Yeah, so I don't
You never know.
But it's just, I'm sure it feels very validating. So I'm glad that's for you. But like for Sarah or Melissa or whatever, like you got to change your life, girl.
And your
You gotta-
name now.
Yeah, you got to figure
The
things
name,
out
yes.
and become a better person, change things around. And yeah, because I mean, that's just not okay to treat both of them were treating people poorly. And so maybe they deserve to be together.
I mean,
But
that's true. And I can almost guarantee that they're going to cheat on each other, or one of them's going to cheat on the other.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. Wild that she has gone around the friend group and like she's cheated on her husband and they've cheated on their wives with each other. Wild. It does sound like Sarah's family is on your like OP or not the wife's side.
The wife's side,
you know what I mean?
They seem supportive, which is good.
Yeah. So hopefully you get a little support from them, at least in the transition.
It's still their granddaughter, right?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
grandson. I don't know if they
I don't think they
but,
said, no.
Yeah, it's nice that they're probably going to be still in their lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it sounded like the mother ripped into him for wanting to leave his wife's pregnancy.
Like,
or like
he can't do
insane.
that.
Yeah, giving birth. That's absolutely unhinged.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add on to that, John, before we close out?
That update gave me serotonin.
Nice.
There it is. I'll take that one. We'll take that.
I couldn't think of Melissa. I was like, wait, there's got to be one for Sarah.
I could see you racking your brain the whole time. I know when
Dude, I
John
was
goes
working
silent, he's thinking for a pun.
I was going overtime, baby. I'm like, fuck, what am I going to say now?
Melissa.
Melissa. Nope, that doesn't go. Sarah. Let's go with Sarah. I can work with that.
Good call. Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power. For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.